The dome on the little observatory you see behind me would appear to be made of steel or metal, but it's actually made of paper, papier mâché. Appearances can be deceptive. Many years ago, when I was working with a small group of friends who were all working towards the same aim of trying to make their consciousness continuous. In order to do that, we had to look at the obstacles that we each had, and some we shared, to doing that. At one point I asked my friend, one of my friends, what he thought his major obstacle was to remaining present. He didn't think for very long before he said, imagination. I'm in imagination all the time. This was quite an astute observation for someone who had only just begun to study these things. As it's true, we all are in imagination most of the time. The problem is that much of that imagination is of a negative character and drains huge amounts of energy. Neuroscientists tell us that we spend most of our time going over negative thoughts about ourselves. I'm no good, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that, I'll never be any good, you know. And this is a huge drain of energy. Recently, I talked with two young women who were interested in the idea of presence. And they both complained of being very tired all the time. I wasn't able to say to them at the time, but I believe that they were self-deprecating constantly, having a negative opinion about themselves and the possibilities in life. Imagination can be a wonderful thing. It can be a great source of creativity. Most of the novels and the great literature, the great art, the drama we see comes as a result of a form of imagination. But as the name suggests, imagination is images and words in motion. And in order to penetrate this constant sheath of thoughts and ideas going through our heads, we have to make an effort. And that effort I've described in previous videos is to anchor oneself in the present. We spend a lot of time on negative imagination, and we have to combat this by giving ourselves positive affirmations. But positive affirmations only work when we're in a more relaxed, conscious state. Otherwise, they fall on the tiny little tip of the iceberg, and the rest of the iceberg continues on its way underwater, unseen. So before one gives oneself positive affirmations, one has to quieten oneself, become more connected, and then they have the possibility of making a change. Good luck until next time.